Spider-Man is ill and worried that he's losing his powers. But when he tries to look at a blood sample, his eyes go blurry. He needs a doctor who will help without revealing his secret identity. Doc Connors, of course. But when he gets to Connors' place, he finds it empty. The doctor must have moved back to Florida with his wife, and Spider-Man is just getting weaker and weaker. And to make matters worse, he remembers that tonight's the night of Gwen's birthday party. We're reading every Spider-Man ever, and this is the Amazing Spider-Man issue 87, Unmasked at Last. Looking to get Gwen a last-minute present, Spider-Man breaks into a jeweler's, remarking at how hard it is to pull the door off the safe, and steals some pearls. But wait, what's he even doing? Stealing and becoming a menace? He puts the jewels back in the broken safe and leaves, chastising himself for almost stealing. But he's feeling worse, and he slips off a wall and hits a rooftop hard. That settles it. His powers are gone. Fate has made the decision for him. Meanwhile and elsewhere, Gwen is not enjoying her birthday party because Peter is late. Harry and MJ try to cheer her up. That man would be late to his own funeral, and they get her dancing and forgetting about Peter Parker for a while. But when the party ends, and Peter still hasn't shown up, Gwen is distraught. But then, Peter does show, delirious, with his Spider-Man mask in his hand, and he confesses to everybody. He's Spider-Man. Gwen doesn't take the news well, and Peter instantly regrets telling her, fleeing into the night, leaving his friends to remember that one time that Doc Ock unmasked Spider-Man and found Peter inside. And speaking of Peter, with nowhere else to run, he shows up at the hospital as Spider-Man. He's instantly shown to a bed and diagnosed by a doctor who doesn't even take off Spidey's mask. The doctor, working around the clock to heal people, is the real hero, muses Spider-Man. And then that doctor tells him that he has the flu, just a really bad case of the flu, and minutes later Spider-Man is bounding out of bed, excited to be a superhero again, and feeling much better. Well, until he remembers that he just revealed his identity to almost everybody that he knows. But fortunately, Peter has an idea. He takes off his costume and webs a mask onto his face before going in search of Hobie Brown, the Prowler. He has a favour to ask of Hobie, and since he didn't turn Hobie into the cops back in issue 79, Hobie accepts. Peter just needs him to dress up as Spider-Man and show up at a certain address at a certain time. That certain address is Gwen's house, where Peter arrives and apologises. He was ill and feverish and he didn't know what he was saying. Of course he's not Spider-Man. But why was he holding the mask, asks Gwen. She wants to believe him, wants to believe that he's not really Spider-Man, but that detail isn't adding up. As Peter goes to explain, the conversation is interrupted by Spider-Man, peering through the window. He thanks Peter for returning his mask and reminds him to always share half of the photo money with him, and then he swings up onto the rooftop. And, unnoticed by the others, he removes the costume to reveal Hobie, who isn't sure what just happened, but was glad to help. And Gwen below, she believes the whole thing and hugs Peter, wishing him well when he asks to walk home. He's still not feeling well. It seems that things are finally working out for Peter Parker, but that's not the first time that we've said that. Thanks for watching and joining me on this journey to read every Spider-Man comic ever. If you want to support me and the channel, you can like and share and subscribe, or you can get early and exclusive episodes on Patreon or by joining. Next week, Doc Ock breaks out of prison, but until that issue, here's a fun fact about this one. This is the very first and only time that Hobie Brown of 616 wore the Spider-Man suit, but Spider-Punk of Earth 138 and the Spider-Man from Captain Britain and the Mighty Defenders are both Hobie Brown Spider-Men.